Hello, welcome to another tutorial with wizardtutorial.com. My name is Tom, and today we're going to talk about the HTML5 attributes. Attributes give an element more instructions or more control. This will help the browser decipher how it's going to display the element or give control to the developer on how he wants to display it. So let's take a look at some. This is the basic setup that we had from the previous tutorial. So we're just going to go ahead and add a link here. And add a link, I know we haven't discussed it before, we're going to do an A tag and then href. Here is our first attribute. It's going to be equal to, and in quotes. So the name is href. And what href does is says, this is the location this link we want this link to go to. So we're going to say http wizardtutorial.com, and we're going to close that out, and then we're going to do wizard tutorial and close out the a tag. Alright, so let's discuss this real quick. We got a tag, which is the element. Here's the beginning of the element. Then we got the href, and it's equal to, and then double quotes, and then here's our link, and then the end of the double quotes, and then we close out the first part of the element here, and then we give it a name, so it's going to display Wizard Tutorial with, you've seen this a million times, a blue link, and then we close out the element here. Alright, so the first part of the element, the content, and then this last part of the element. Alright, so an attribute always goes in the beginning part of the element, which we just discussed here. And then this is the name. So href is the attribute. And then equal to, and then this is the value. I always suggest use double quotes. You can use single quotes, but double quotes are easier to work with in the long run. And then Wizard Tutorials content. And we close out our element. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So let me save this. Command S. I'm going to open this up. Just give me a second. It's going to open my other browser. And I'll bring it over here. And right there. See, we got a link. So if I click on that link, it's going to go to our website, wizardtutorial.com. Alright, cool. So that's cool. So let's take another look at another element. Let's do an image. Alright. So I'm going to do a href. Oh, sorry. Source. So this is what we're saying is the source of our image. And let me just find a link here to a image. So I'm just going to do a quick Google search. Sorry, I should have had this ready for you, but we'll pull up an HTML5 logo here. I just need a link. Sorry, I didn't realize I paused the video there for a second. Alright, so source. This gives us the location of our image. So what I did is went over to Google and get an HTML5 image, alright? So what I'm going to do is put in the link to that image. It's a very long link here. This is how you make an image, sorry. Getting all discombobulated there for a second. So image. Making an image. We want to display an image. So image is the beginning of the element. Then we got our source, the name, and then our value within quotes. Okay? Another thing I want to show you is alt text, alternate text. So if our image can't be displayed, it's going to say, it's going to give us content. So if I do HTML5 image. Alright, so now we got a source attribute that goes to here, and we got an alternate text attribute that goes to here. And we'll close out that image. Image doesn't have you don't have to put image within, it doesn't have to look like this, alright? Just like that, right here. So let's go ahead and save this, disregard that, and we'll go ahead and open this up over here. Oh, this was the image I grabbed, this was my previous link. Ah, there's my image, and there's my link, okay? So what happens, so our source, we pulled the image. What happens if it doesn't display the image properly? We're going to get alternate text. So let me go ahead and can't delete that. So hopefully it doesn't show the proper image here. So let's go ahead and refresh. And it says HTML5 image. You notice the break here says, well, we can't find an image, but here you go, HTML5 image. So in this tutorial, I can't really discuss every attribute to every element. We're going to cover them throughout our tutorial. So let's just take a brief overlook of what an attribute is once again. So we got our link here. This is a link, it's going to go somewhere. I showed you that earlier. This is our element. This is our attribute name. This is our attribute's value. And this is the content of our element. And this is the end of the element. Alright, that's for a link. For an image, we got the beginning of our element. We got the source, where it's going to pull the image coming down to here. So we got name and then value. Alright, so every attribute has name equal to value. Same here, alternate text is name, which is an instruction saying it's alternate text, equal to the value. And then our closing tag for an image. I know we haven't discussed images and links yet, but this is just a tutorial on attributes. So don't focus on that too much. So what's the attribute do? The attribute says, hey browser, this is a link I want you to go to here. Alright, says, so the browser's like, alright, I'm going to be going to a link. And then it looks for that value, and it goes to that value. Alright, so for the source, hey browser, we got a source here, and we want to go to find an image. So your source is going to be this value. Browser, go to this location and find me an image. If the image is not displayed, hey browser, this is an alternate text. Just, hey, display this because our image is broken for some reason. So it says, okay, what am I going to display? And it displays the HTML5 image text. And that is attributes. Always write your attributes in lowercase. Alright? Always put them in double quotes. They always go in the beginning of an element, like that. Oops, here's the beginning of the element. Always in the beginning of an element, and there's a lot of attributes out there, and we will cover them throughout the tutorials. You can also do a Google search to find an element, or find an element and the attribute I'm talking about. So there's a lot of elements, there's a lot of attributes. You will learn them with practice, but if you ever have a question, you can go to our website. We'll have every one of them up there eventually, or you can Google search. You can Google search the element, and it will give you the sources that you need. So, any questions, leave a comment on YouTube or on our website at wizardtutorial.com, and we'll see you tomorrow in the next one.